Hey guys, I'm Mike Tarallo with Qlik, and welcome to video 3 in this series on getting started with Qlik Cloud. In the last video, I showed you how to recall your tenant's address in case you forgot it or you discarded the email with the important links simply by using the MyQlik console. In this video, I'm going to show you how to invite members to your tenant and how to set up spaces where you can add them as members. So let's jump right in. I'm in my Qlik Cloud Analytics Hub, and I want to create a space to co-develop and share the contents that I am creating with other members. So to do that, I'm going to go to the menu, Add New, and click Create Space. And we're going to give this space a name. I'm going to call this Sales Development. And I want you to take note that you can create what's called a shared space or a managed space. The concepts are relatively simple. A shared space is for organizing and securing and collaborating with the development teams. A managed space is where you publish an app that you create in a shared space and is really good for governed access for consuming the app only. And I'll elaborate more on that in additional videos in this series. So for this example, we're just going to create a shared space and click Create. Now, there's no content in this particular space, so I'm just going to navigate back to Personal. And I'm going to click the little menu here, and I could duplicate this if I want to keep a copy in my personal space, but right now I'm just going to move this to that shared space. And you can see Navigate to Space is checked, so when I click Move, it actually brings me there. Now the next step is I want to invite another member to be able to co-develop with me or create their own content within this space. And in order to do that, you must be a tenant admin. Those who have signed up for the trial will automatically be assigned the tenant admin role. You'll go to the menu in the upper right and click on Management Console. Now from there, you'll be brought to the Governance section under Users. You'll have access to the account that you created, but now you can invite others. And you do that simply with an email. Now there's a little trick here. If you just append some numbers or additional characters, you can actually use your additional unique email address with your same test account. So I'm just going to do that for simplicity purposes. And I'm going to click Invite. Refresh the Management Console, and you can see that the invitation is now in a pending status. Now next, I'm just going to navigate to another session where I have the email set up, and you can see we now have a welcome to Qlik Cloud. Let's get started. So now I'm going to click Get Started. Now if the user doesn't have an account, they're going to be prompted to basically create their account by adding their name and location. So I'm going to call this one Mike Doe. Choose the country, choose the state, job title, company name, telephone optional, create a password, and check the terms and conditions box and create account. Now if you invited somebody who already had a Qlik account, they'd basically just be prompted to log in, and then it would add that tenant to their MyQlik list, similar to what I showed you in the second video. Okay, so Mike Doe has been added. Now I'm going to navigate back to the tenant admin account, and I'm going to click Refresh. And a couple things I want to point out. You will see automatically Mike Doe is now active. I'm going to jump down to User Allocation, and you can see that Mike Doe has been set up as a professional entitlement. If this was an enterprise subscription, you have the ability to set the entitlement to an analyzer, meaning consume only, or professional, the ability to create content. With the trial, basically all you have is professional. But just to show you how you set that up, is you can remove the entitlement, click the Acknowledge checkbox, and then Add Entitlement. All the users that you invited and accepted will pop up here, and then you can assign the entitlement. In this case, as I mentioned, it's just a trial, so it just comes with a professional entitlement, but you would be able to choose who is an analyzer if you wanted to do so. So now, that being stated, if I go to Users, if we also wanted to give Mike Doe additional roles, we can click this button, and then choose Edit Roles. And then you have user roles and administration roles. So I want Mike to be a developer and also a shared space creator, meaning he has the ability to create spaces. And then under admin, if I wanted him to be an analytics admin, if you wanted more information about this, you can click over the information icon. You could also make him a tenant admin. We're not going to touch those right now. So now we click Save. So now Mike Doe's entitlement and roles have been set up. So under normal circumstances, a user is going to want to log out and then log back in. Okay, so now Mike Doe has his entitlements and his roles. Now I'm going to switch over back to the Qlik admin, and we're going to go back to Analytics Services. And now I'm going to navigate to the catalog, and I'm going to go to the sales development space. You'll see there's a button, Space Details. I'm going to choose Members, and then I'm going to click Add Members, and those who have accepted and have been set up appropriately will be in this list. And there's Mike Doe. You can also assign additional granular roles, such as can only view content, can consume data, can manage, can edit. So we're going to make Mike pretty much a power user in this particular space. Now Mike Doe is available to see that sales development space. And this is pretty much real time, because now I'm just going to switch over to Mike Doe, click on Catalog, and you're going to see that he has access directly to sales development now. So at this time, Mike Doe can go into this particular app and he can start creating visualizations and sheets based off of the data that has been loaded. Now, something that is very important to note, and I'll elaborate on this in future videos, Mike Doe can create his own content and it's only viewable to him. If I switch back to the Qlik Tenant admin and I go to the catalog and I also click the same app, you can see that the Qlik admin has his own sheet, but Mike Doe doesn't see that because the sheet is private. What the Qlik admin could do is make a copy and duplicate the sheet, and then he could make this copy of that sheet public. Okay, simply by just right-clicking on the sheet. Now, if I switch back over to Mike Doe, you can see he can see that public sheet. So he could actually now view that content. If he wanted to build off of this, he can click Duplicate. Now, what that will do is create his own copy in My Sheets. Okay, so just another quick video showing you how to invite members, create a shared space, assign those members to that space, and quickly co-developing an app. And we'll dive into this again in more detail in future videos in this series. In the next video, I'm going to briefly present and demonstrate managed spaces.